The night was thick with mist when Ethan's car broke down on a lonely road. His phone had no signal, and the nearest town was miles away. A sign on the roadside caught his flashlight, half rotted, its words barely readable. "Beware the forest of lost hours." Ethan laughed nervously. "Creepy tourism gimmick," he muttered, grabbing his backpack. The forest beyond the road seemed to breathe, the fog rolling between the trees like living smoke. He decided to cut through it, hoping it led to civilization. The deeper he went, the quieter it became. No crickets, no wind, just the sound of his own breathing. Each tree seemed older than time itself, their bark curling like wrinkled skin. Some even looked watchful, their knots shaped like eyes. When he brushed against one, the bark was strangely warm. He pulled his hand back, uneasy. "Weird," he whispered. After walking for what felt like an hour, Ethan checked his watch. It had stopped. He tapped the glass. Nothing. Then he noticed something worse. The forest was darker, yet the sky still glowed faintly, as if it were stuck between dusk and dawn. He couldn't tell if minutes or days had passed. The air was thick, heavy, and time itself seemed to be slowing around him. A soft voice broke the silence. "Ethan." He froze. It was a woman's voice, familiar, distant. His sister's name echoed in his mind. She had vanished years ago during a hiking trip. "Who's there?" he shouted. Only echoes replied. Then, faintly, laughter, slow, childlike, echoing between the trees. In the distance, small golden lights appeared, flickering, floating like fireflies. He followed them. They led to an ancient path lined with old lanterns, their glass fogged, their light weak but steady. Each lantern revealed faces frozen in the bark of trees, eyes closed, mouths open in silent screams. Ethan's heart pounded. He whispered, "What is this place?" A figure stepped out of the shadows, a man in old clothes from another century. His eyes were pale, empty. More figures appeared. A woman in a torn 1800s gown, a soldier in rusted armor, a child holding a wooden toy. They stared at Ethan silently. Then one spoke, his voice hollow. "You shouldn't have come. The forest doesn't let go." Ethan backed away, shaking. "What do you mean?" The old soldier raised a trembling hand toward the trees. "This place eats time. The longer you stay, the more it takes." Ethan laughed nervously. "That's impossible." The soldier stepped closer. "I entered in the year 1891. I thought I'd been here a day." Ethan's blood ran cold. He ran, blindly, desperately, until he found a small stream. Bending down to drink, he saw his reflection. His face was older, not by much, but his beard had grown longer, streaked with gray. "No!" he gasped. He touched his face. It was real. The forest had stolen time from him. Through the mist, he spotted a cabin. Its windows glowed faintly, promising safety. Inside, it was warm. A fire burned in the fireplace, and a woman sat beside it, humming softly. She turned slowly, and Ethan froze. It was his sister.
"Lena," he whispered. She smiled faintly. "You came." Ethan ran to her. "How long have you been here? We thought you were dead." She shook her head. "I don't remember. The forest doesn't kill. It keeps us. Forever." Her voice trembled. "You can't leave, Ethan. Not anymore." The wind outside howled like a beast.
Ethan bolted from the cabin, ignoring Lena's cries. He ran through endless fog, branches tearing at his clothes. He found a trail and, finally, the road. His car was still there, covered in dust. He jumped in, turned the key, and it started. Relief flooded him. But as he looked at his reflection in the rear-view mirror, his hair was white. Decades had passed. Years later, another traveler drove down that same forgotten road. A fog rose from the trees, thick and gray. A figure stepped out, an old man with hollow eyes waving for help. The travelers stopped the car, rolling down the window. The old man whispered, "Don't go in. The forest eats time." But the traveler didn't listen. He entered the fog, and the forest waited, hungry, timeless, and alive.